Hi everyone, and thank you for joining today's meeting. Let me briefly introduce our group members. My name is Lee, and we have HAZIM, SYAHMI, and SYAHMUDDIN in today's meeting. As the chairman of this meeting, I'd like to officially begin our session. Our project is titled Microplastic Pollution in Malaysia Food Chain. And the main objective of this meeting is to discuss and organize our project to raise awareness about the issue of microplastic contamination. I will invite all speakers to share their idea on the project so that we will discuss to choose the best project among you all. So now I would like to invite Haji.
Thank you, Lee. Hi, everyone. My name is Mohammed SHAMSUL. So I'd like to suggest a few things that we could include in our project plan. Since our goal is to raise awareness about microplastic pollution, I think one of the most effective approach would be to organize a short online campaign through social media. Platform like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok are powerful because they allow us to reach people quickly, especially young audience. As for the content, we could produce bite-sized educational video, maybe around 30 to 60 seconds long, explaining where microplastic come from, how they affect us, and what people can do to reduce them. We can also include visuals showing how microplastic move through the food chain. Another idea is to create interactive Instagram stories or quizzes to engage viewers. This way, we are just not giving information but getting them participate too. In terms of activity, I think it would be great if we could include a DIY eco-friendly challenge. For example, encourage followers to try 1 week without using single-use plastic and posting their effort as a unique hashtag. This could help us create a mini online movement. For the timeline, we could run the campaign around 2 weeks. With the first week is the focus on education, and the second week on the public engagement, such as sharing the DIY challenge result or audience response. Okay, I think that's pretty much what I had in mind for now. Let me know what you guys think, or if you want to be on that.
Okay, thank you, Hazim. Your idea of running a short social media campaign is very relevant and effective, especially with engaging contents like short videos, quizzes, and the DIY eco-friendly challenge. It's quite creative and interactive way to raise awareness. Now, let's invite Shava to share her idea.
Thank you, Lily, for the invitation. My idea is to promote better waste management in our communities. While it may sound like common sense, but reality is that many of us still do not properly dispose of our waste, especially plastics. Despite numerous recycling campaigns, advertisements, actual recycling practices remain limited. Plastics are a major part of our everyday life, from medicine packaging to household items like plant pots and pet toys. Most people are familiar with the three main recyclable materials: glass, plastic, and paper. However, simply knowing what is recyclable isn't enough. The core issue is surprisingly straightforward: laziness and the perception that waste management is too difficult to even begin. To address this, I propose a reward-based recycling system. Every time someone brings in recyclable items, they receive a reward, such as a goodie bag, food voucher, or other small incentives. This not only motivates individuals but also opens the door for collaboration across different sectors, from local farmers and restaurants to potentially even government bodies. Our primary target audience would be young adults and small families. This demographic often has flexibility and energy to translate their environmental awareness into real action. The essence of this project is simple: turn existing knowledge into everyday habits. Over time, this incentive can help build a stronger sense of shared responsibility and encourage more sustainable community behavior. This idea is simply a suggestion. I would love to think what you guys think on how do we tackle this project.
Okay. Thank you, Shawa. Your idea to promote better waste management through a reward-based recycling system is quite practical and action-driven. So by offering small incentives like food coupons or goodie bags so that we can motivate young adults and families to turn awareness into real action. It's quite a good way to build community participation around existing knowledge. Now let's hear from the next member, Saifuddin.
Thank you, Lee. Hello guys, my name is SAFIUDDIN. So for my part, I'll be sharing some suggestions for our project based on scientific and research perspective. Since one of the key problems we identify is the lack of local data or microplastic contamination. I believe our campaign should aim to inspire youth involvement in research, not just raise awareness, but actually encourage scientific action. To do this, I suggest we create a mini research participation challenge. For example, we can guide students or volunteers to collect samples of salt, seafood, packaging, or tap water from their home and use a simple observation tools like microscopes in their school taps or even phone lenses to look for possible plastic traces. We can prepare an easy to follow toolkit, maybe a PDF or short video tutorial explaining how to do basic sample collection and documentation safely. This way, we introduce the research process in hands-on way, even for those who aren't science students. Our target audience would mainly be university and secondary school students, especially those in science clubs or eco groups, because they are more likely to have access to lab spaces or be interested in sustainability topics. As for feasibility, the idea doesn't require expensive equipment. The activities are light and manageable. We're not asking them to prove anything big, just start observing and thinking scientifically about microplastic around them. To keep the campaign engaging, we can ask participants to share their findings online, maybe through photos or short summaries using campaign hashtag. We could even feature some of their results on our page to show appreciation and create more engagement. To wrap it up, I think this kind of activity not only spread awareness but also builds scientific thinking, which is something we really need more of it if you want a long-term change. That's my suggestion. Let me know if you like to add anything or combine this with other activities.
Okay, thank you, Saifuddin. Your idea adds a meaningful and educational levels to our project, encouraging youth to participate in simple rituals not only raises awareness but also nurtures scientific curiosity. The mini search challenge combined with toolkits and also social sharing is quite both feasible and impactful. So now, thank you to all presenters for your details and information sharing. I would like to share my proposal. So my idea is to create a short documentary video that highlights how microplastic enter our food chain, especially through seafood and the long-term risk to human health. A video format is engaging, shareable, and can help simplify complex scientific facts for the public, so we can target on young adults and the general Malaysian public, particularly seafood consumer and families. So this suggested project is also practical since we can use our smartphone and free editing tools so that we don't need a big budget and we can divide tasks like filming, editing, and voiceover among us. Now that everyone has presented their ideas, let's go around and critically discuss the strengths and weaknesses of each other proposal. This will help us to decide on how most effective approach for our project. Let's start with Hazim idea. Shawa, what do you think?
I think HAZIM social media campaign idea is creative and highly relevant, especially since many people are active online today. The use of videos and interactive stories is great for engaging a younger audience as well. However, a possible downside is that it may not drive real world action. People might just watch or participate for fun and then move on without making long term behavioral changes.
I agree. It's effective for raising quick awareness, but it may lack depth. Also, we might face challenge with content creation, such as time, consistency, and quality. It could require a lot of effort to maintain engagement over 2 weeks.
Good points. I suppose the strength lies in its reach and shareability, while the challenge is that in sustaining attention and encouraging real action. Now let's move on to shower idea, which is about encouraging recycling through a reward system. From my view, this idea is very action-oriented since it promotes actual behavior change, which is what we wanted, but we also need to consider the practical side, which is providing rewards consistently might require funding or sponsorship. What you guys think?
I like the practical nature of SALWA reward-based recycling program. It's directly motivate people to act, which is something awareness campaign often lack. But one of the challenges is the cost. Finding reward such as food coupon or goodies may require external sponsor or funding. Without those, it may not be sustainable.
Also, the logistic could be a bit tricky. How do we track who's recycling and avoid people abusing the system? It's meaningful activity, but it might more structure and resources than we actually have.
So this one is strong in terms of encouraging action, but weak in feasibility unless we get external support. Now on to side proposal, the mini research challenge. Personally, I find that this is a very enriching idea, which it also gives students and youth a chance to learn and participate directly in identifying microplastic.
As for SYAHMI's idea, I love the educational value of this one. It could really spark curiosity, especially among the younger generation, but I wonder if it's too technical for the general public. People might not have access to microscopes or feel confident enough doing small experiments.
I agree. I agree because it's a niche audience, probably best for students in science program or clubs. It's meaningful, but maybe not accessible for everyone.
Yes, I see this project that nurtures scientific thinking, which is very important, but it may not scale as broadly. Finally, we can evaluate on my own idea the short documentary video. I believe a well-produced video can tell compelling story and simplify complex information for everyone. But at the same time, I acknowledge it takes planning, like script writing, filming, and editing. What are your thoughts?
Your idea is strong, Lee. A documentary can be informative, emotional, and eye-opening. It is also flexible in terms of distribution. However, Producing a compelling documentary takes time, effort, and some level of video editing skills. If it's too long or dry, people might not finish watching it.
I agree. It's effective for storytelling and education, but only if it is done right. If we don't script or film it properly, it might not have the intended impact.
Okay. Thank you all for your honest and thoughtful feedback. Based on our discussion, it seems that each idea has its strength, but also some limitation. While combining ideas sounds ideal, but for the purpose of this project that we have limited time and resources. So we only need to focus on one primary approach. After consider all factors, I propose we move forward with HAZIM social media campaign as our main project idea, which is very low cost and easy to implement, fast and wide approach, especially among the younger generation. And most importantly, is quite feasible and shareable, which is perfect for building awareness, which is our main objective. Are we all in agreement?
Yes, I am okay with that. The campaign has the widest reach and is very easy to execute. We can still include recycling tips and ideas as content.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm happy my idea aligns with the group ideas.
I agree too. And if needed, we can create a simple post to promote scientific curiosity in a lighter way within the campaign.
Okay, great. Then it's settled. Let's move forward with the social media campaign proposal as our main project direction. Now let's assign roles based on everyone's strength and interest. This will help us work more efficiently and ensure each aspect of the project is executed well. Here are the key roles we needed. The first one is content or scriptwriter, a video editor or designer, a presenter, and a researcher. If we take on something we are passionate about, the final result will reflect our collective effort and creativity.
I have I have worked on few video editing projects before, both for school assignment and professional content. So I'm quite comfortable using various editing tools like Adobe Premiere Pro and CapCut. I enjoy the creative process, turning raw footage into engagement visual stories, and I'm always looking for ways to improve myself. I'd be happy to take on the role of videographer and designer for our project. I make sure the visual align with our campaign message and maintain a consistent, eye-catching style across all the content. I can also help source music, create graphic, and ensure the final video flows smoothly and professionally. I'm looking forward to working closely with the team to bring our ideas to life.
I would love to be the content and scriptwriter. I want to make sure that the information that we share is clear and easily digestible for the general audience, but also engaging enough for people who are also professional in the area. I believe storytelling is a powerful tool to connect with people. So I'll aim to make our message both informative and relatable. I'm also happy to collaborate closely with our researcher to ensure all the content is accurate and well supported. If needed, I can also help revise the script to match the tone of the visuals and narration.
I'm really interested in research side of thing, so I like to take on the role of researcher. I'll focus on gathering credible information, especially from scientific journals and recent studies on microplastic pollution. I'll make sure all the facts we include are up to date and evidence based. And I'll work hard work hand in hand with the scripter to align the content with our research finding. In addition, I can compile a list of resources we can share with our audience, such as articles or organizations that focus on environmental awareness. This way, we can extend the impact of our campaign beyond just the video itself.
Okay, then I will be the presenter since I also have much experience as a presenter before. Okay, all right, everyone. First of all, I want to thank each of you for your active participation and thoughtful project proposal. We had a productive discussion and explored several creative ideas to raise awareness on microplastic pollution in Malaysia food chain. We have also outlined each group member's responsibilities, which will help us stay organized and work efficiently as a team. With that, thank you once again for your cooperation. This meeting is now officially concluded. Thank you.